Hi, good morning. And this is Ed Keller with Smart Science Education, just giving you a quick video tour of the new Smart Science Lab software. And for this week, it's going to be at test.smartsciencedemo.com, and next week it'll go live at smartsciencelab.com. So let's take a look for Stride Education, formerly K-12. Let's take a look at how to create classes, add students, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to sign in as a sample teacher right now, using my username, ID, and password. And just at Stride, most likely your username is going to be your email address, and likely your password was supplied by Ed to you by email. There's a default, and I believe we can change it, so let's check that out. I'm going to press sign in, and let's take a look at the basic menu. So first we get to see kind of an overview of my school and students and lessons and what's been done. I can always view this and grade my students and that. But let's just do the part that's really important for today. Go to this menu up here and go to My Account. And you're going to see that students and classes are listed here. So we don't have any classes yet on this teacher. So I'm going to go ahead and press Class and press New Class. So when making a class, you'll notice that this is the Stride Virtual School for Stride School with a Stride test teacher. We can put in a class name or number like AP Biology 1A. And a class code like AP Bio 1A. We can make this class level. And so please, when you're making it the AP Bio classes or AP Chemistry classes, make them at the honors level. That'll make sure that the labs work correctly with the higher level writing and lab report and so forth. And then we're going to make a choice here to be the single choice hypothesis. Selecting a curriculum from this menu, you will notice that AP Bio, Chem, and Physics are in there. So we're going to grab AP Biology. And the preferred quiz grade just has to be something greater than 0. So I usually just put a 1 there. If you do put a higher grade, there is an option to let students retake quizzes. But for now, let's just put a 1. And we have a start date and an end date. So just for the sake of argument, I'm just going to make a start date and an end date. I guess about 1 year apart from each other is fine. So let's go ahead and do that. August 7th to 23 to August 7th, 2024. Pressing save, now we have a class. So when I press view, I can now see my class, AP Biology 1A, in my list. I can edit that, or I can assign students to it. Let's make a fake student real quick and see how that works. If I go ahead to my class, AP Biology 1A, I'll notice that there are no students. So if you want to add students manually, you can press new, and you can put in, say, test student 1A, and we'll put our username as test1A AP Bio. Okay, not real important, just make sure I can remember it. Let's do this actually with lower cases so it's a little easier. Okay, and I'm just going to make the password science and science confirmed so that the student's now in there. Now what you might notice is if I look at my class and I look at the students in the class, so for example, search by class, Bio 1A, there's still no students there. And notice I'm using that menu on the left to do this. So what I want to do is go to class, press assign. Notice the student is here. Check the student. Press the right arrow. Goes over into my class. Press save. And students have been updated successfully. So now we have a student in the class. So notice the steps. We made the class. We made sure it had the right curriculum, the right difficulty level, the right term dates. We made the student. And then we made sure and assign the student to that class. Once we've done all of that, now I can go back to student. Let's check by class. And ta-da, there's test student 1A in my AP Biology 1A. So all that is really good for making test students so that you can run the labs as a student. But I also want to show you something really cool, that under this menu on the right, we can also see that besides my account, we have lesson plan and teacher evaluation. Lesson plan is somewhere where you can run the labs when you're within the teacher side. So we can go into AP Biology. We can see all the different AP Biology labs that are here. And we can take any one of these and go ahead and just go through it. So if you want to look at it in terms of the student experience for engage, explore, evaluate, and so forth. And even in the Explorer, you can actually run the lab. So I can pick a hypothesis. I can go ahead and pick walk, press play, watch the girl walk, and then click on her head to make the measurements. So you can do the lab just like the student can within the teacher side. Now, none of this data will be saved, so you can do it over and over again in practice, or use it as a screen share if you want to demonstrate to the student how to do the measuring. So one last thing we've got is the teacher evaluation. And and we have one class now. So we didn't have a class before. That's kind of cool. If I press view here, I'll notice all the different possible instructors. And if I press view on instructor, I can see the class. I'll just get my class. And if I press grade on my class, I'll see my student. And if I press grade on my student, I'll see all the lessons. Notice that there's a total score acquired, there's a duration, and then you can view the various parts if the student's actually done anything. Of course, this student hasn't done anything yet because we just created the test student. Well, this has been a brief overview of all the teacher features for Stride, formerly K-12, for the AP Bio and AP Chem teachers. If any of you have any questions at all, feel free to email me, ed@smartscience.online or ed@smartscience.net. You can also text me at area code 310-951-9432. We're excited to help you and make sure this is a great success for your school year this year. Thanks. Bye.